Greetings, Diesel Funketeers. Tim Fielder here, visual Afrofuturist and graphic novelist. Streaming to all major systems except for Insta, which is weird, but it's okay. Hello, TikTokers. Hello, LinkedIners. Hello, Facebookers. Hello, Kickers. Hello, Twitchers. Hello, YouTubers. How you guys doing? So wonderful, of course, to see you. And glad to be here. Hello, TikTokers. I think I said hello to you guys. I'll say it again today. So, Hi John the Conqueror, or Hi John Conqueror, which is the name of my Comatic story, Afrofuturist story, went live again. Yet another. I try to publish 5 to 3 days weekly. And we had another episode go up yesterday. We got another one going up tomorrow morning. And when Monday is ready, still working on the edits for next week. I thought I would have had a much dramatically larger buffer, but that's not the way it's turned out. But it's okay. You know, it's my strip. I can do it however I want to do with it. So today we're going to be bouncing back and forth. I would like to experiment a little bit. I'm going to do a little of everything. I'm going to work a little bit on High Junk. I'm going to work a little bit on Black Prince. I got to get stuff in today that I've been working on the last few days, but it'll be good to finally get that stuff sort of out to the powers that be, and may also do a little bit of comet work. I'm adapting the W.B. Du Bois's The Comet. This is an image here that I think comes from High John, but I don't know how I feel about it. I got to sit here and think about it. I don't know how I'm feeling about this particular image. Oh, what's happening there? Okay, why is that? All right, let's move this around here. Let's see what's going on here. There we go. Right. No? What's going on? That's weird. All right, we got to figure out what's going on here with this. Let's go here. We're going to, can we refresh? I don't know why that's, you guys can see it on certain channels, but on my other channels, stuff is not as visible. So what we're going to do here is we're going to, let's go to, let's see what's going on here. Let's see. I don't know why that's not showing up today. Everything else is there, but we don't see. Oh, that is so weird. Okay, but it's okay. We'll just. All right. Okay, we're going to go display capture. And that display capture will be, select the source, and that will be Cintiq here. You know what? Let's get rid of that. Whoops. Let's get rid of it. Okay, we're going to go back here. And we're going to see. Oh, I got rid of my frame and everything. That's not good. All right, I'm going to go here. All right, we're going to try it one more time. But this time what I'm going to do here is I'm going to turn it on and off. I do not know why that is acting up for my desktop. But we're going to figure out why it's doing what it's doing. Okay. So now this is where we need to go here to this thing here and kind of regenerate this here. All right, let's go back here. I'm sorry about this, folks. This is Happens from time to time. It says missing. Why is that missing? I have no idea why it's missing. All right, let's pause that. Let's restart it. Huh. That's interesting. All right. That says that's missing. That is weird. Okay. Let's duplicate this again. Nope. Yep. So what's happening here is my file. This thingy is the source here is acting up. But you know we're gonna do it again. We're gonna go here. Let's see here. Maybe what I need to do. I'm so sorry, guys. I don't know why that all of a sudden screwed up there. But we will go to Cintiq. Let's open up our Cintiq here, and then we will get to where we need to go. My name, and I'll talk while I'm doing it. My name is Tim Fielder. I'm a visual Afrofuturist and graphic novelist based in New York City. And it's interesting today to be with you guys today. Okay. All right. So everything should be, yep, should be good to go. All right. Let me go here. Close that up. All right. I don't know why that's happening. All right. Let's go back one more time here. All right, guys. All right, so since this is acting up, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this out. Oh, that's weird. That's weird. Now we're going to go back here again. We're going to reattach that. All right, now, once that comes in there, we'll see. Okay. We might be okay. We will see. All right, let's see if Cintiq's maybe there. Oh, we could do built-in Retina display. That might work. I do not know why that didn't come in, but it's okay. What we're going to do here, go here, and we will stretch, select the source. We'll go with built-in Retina display here. Yep. Alrighty. And which is the same screen as the Cintiq, so it's okay. We might be okay. All right. So with that, I think we are alive here. All right. I'm not gonna worry about it for right now, but right now, this is where we are. Let's move this up and down here. Shift this over. I don't know. Hey, how you doing? Stay elevated. Good to see you here. Tim Fielder, visual Afrofuturist and graphic novelist, doing his thing. Screwing up terribly on the tech part today. Anyway, so there we go. So I think now we're ready to rock. Yep. Oh, wow. Look at that. Boy, is that bogging down. Why is that bogging down so much? That is weird. Okay, I don't know why that is doing what it's doing here, but we will go back. Ah, man. Okay, well, everything else seems to be okay. It's just that this guy here is acting. Let's delete this again. All right, and that. Select the source again. And let's see what's going on here. Now, why, oh why is this acting so weird? All right, Cintiq Pro. We pulled the cord out. We disconnected it. Why in the world would the Cintiq give out like that all of a sudden? That's so weird. All right, let me try it one more time here. Hey, dude, I'm online. All right. Let's see here. I don't know why it's acting up there, but we're gonna. All right, now let's try it one more time. Nope, we're gonna stick with fit. I do not know why this is acting up so poorly today. It's very, very, very distressing. Very distressing. Let's select the source. Ah, man. Hey, hi. Saying hi. All right. Okay, so what we got to do here is we got to get rid of this again. They're going to get rid of this. We're going to try our best to try again to, let's see here. We got to try something else here. All right, let's see here. Not know why that screwed up so horribly. No sound detected. Check your audio settings. What do you mean there's no sound detected? Of course there's audio here. Hello. Yes, there's audio detected. Okay. All right. Oh my God, this has been crazy. The tech issues here that I thought were resolved. Now this came up. This is, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, it's just one of those things. What are you going to do? All right, let me do this. I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to turn my Cintiq off here, and then we're going to see if it's going to capture again. See how the light went off there? All right. I'm going to leave it off for a second here, and now we're going to turn it back on. Let's see what happens. Whoa, something happened. Something's happening. All right. Okay, so something popped up there. So we see something. All right, select the source. Yep, it is not behaving itself again. And if I go to built-in retina display, kind of bogs down. Well, yeah, it's slow, very slow. Wow, guys, this is not what I expected. Alrighty. Okay. Sometimes these things happen. So what I will do is I will go. Let's see here. Since that's not working, I think what we're going to do is we're going to go to. Nope. Wow. This has really been one of those days where it just kind of caught up with me today, guys. All right, let's go here. Scenes. All right, we're going to click right here one more time. All right, we're going to go to display capture. And if this doesn't work, we're going to leave it and go without it for today. I'm going to select the source. Wow, that is so weird. All right, that's what it's supposed to do right there. All right. Select the source. Yeah, I do not know what's going on here today. We are having a hell of a time streaming today, and I do not know why it's doing this. Okay, anyway, whatever. We gotta try something else. So we're gonna go into there and we'll see if this holds up. If not, I might have to stop streaming early today because we are running into technical matters that are very because I can even see how sluggish it is. But anyway, so I'm gonna go here. Yeah, look how slow that's moving. Wow, look at that. Alrighty. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I think we need to shut down today. I think my streaming is not going well here, which is pretty distressing because I was feeling like supremely confident today. I was feeling very. All right, these things happen sometimes, but you know, one thing I can do is I can talk. So let me just talk for a little bit. My name is Tim Fielder, visual Afrofuturist and graphic novelist. Generally, when my stuff is working here, I'm able to do a lot of pretty cool things here. Huh. That's interesting. There's a Cintiq Pro again. Well, we may have found it. May have found it. All right, we're going to go here. Let's see what happens, guys. Let's see what happens. All right, we're going to go Command C. We're going to go back here, and then we're going to hit Command V. All right, let's see what's going on here. Anyway, so my name is Tim Fielder. I'm a visual Afrofuturist and graphic novelist. I do Afrofuturist storytellings. In this particular case here, I'm doing an action adventure I call High John Conqueror, based on the concept of High John the Conqueror or High John the Conqueror from African American mythology. It's an idea, the old idea. Zora Neale Hurston wrote about actually High John Conqueror, and the idea is that High John is a person who he is able to operate with some level of impunity between plantations in the South during the slavery period. So he was like you saw a lot of things like that, kind of a trickster. But it's rumored that High John character actually comes from the Congo, that person, if you will. And so that's part of what I'm doing here, is I am trying my damnness to tell a story that is compelling, that will hold your attention, that will be uh, uh, okay, that will be um, relevant to all of the different aspects of things that we hold dear in our culture. That's what I wanted to do. And so part of this has been just trying my best to make sure that I tell stories where you give a damn about the characters. Doesn't have to be perfect, don't need it to be perfect, but I do absolutely need it to be um, relevant. Relevant and important. That is what I wanted to do. So we can click here. That's virtual webcam. We're not going to turn that off yet. We're not going to worry about that one. All right, we're going to go here. All right, now we're going to move this down here. There we go. We zoomed in there. All right, I think we might be okay for the moment. All right, let's zoom in here. You guys can see that a little bit better, a little bit close-ups. There we go. And we will shift this one right here above that. Now, that's not generally the setting I like, and I'm sure it's going to bog things down. So, even though it's going to be moving pretty sluggish, yeah, it is moving pretty sluggish. One of the things I will do is, without drawing here, I think what I'm going to do is just see if I can move a little stuff around here, because I got to sort out my pages here. Let's see here. All right, this is the image that I did yesterday from Hi-John. It worked pretty good, but I'm still not sure how I feel about the renders. The renders are actually good. The artwork is good too. I feel good about that, but I don't know. I have to think about it. I have to think about what I'm doing here. I mean, that's pretty good. I don't know. We will see how I feel. We will see how I feel. I like that kind of brown, but I wonder if I removed, what would happen if I did this? Well, that's interesting. I don't know. It's interesting. Very, very interesting. I said I could take this and I can reduce this down. Right now it's set to add glow, but what would happen if it went to multiply? Wow, look at that. That's pretty creepy. Play around with it a little bit. But we go to lighten. Alright, that is interesting. That is very interesting. But I don't know, we just gotta see how we pull it together here. And for right now I'll leave that right there. I'm gonna save this here. And this image might appear sooner as opposed to later, or it might appear later. I don't know. We'll see how I'm feeling. All right, we're going to save that. I'm going to close this image here. This was the thing where you can see here. I'll go here. Time lapse. Export the time lapse, and what you'll see here is the actual drawing that came up. I did this last night after the stream was done. That was pretty good there. Yep. And cancel that. But for right now, we'll save that. Here. Alright, this is the one that went live yesterday, the one day before that. Individual files that we don't need anymore since those episodes went live. What we got to do here is we got to kind of sort of fix these so that they can be placed in the full thing here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to double click here. All right, that's that. All right, we're going to go here. I'm going to pick this folder here, Command C. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go back to this. And what I've got to do here is place that in here. So I'm going to Command V. All right, so that's there. That's good. So we have this, which of course you can see goes down there. Next up, all right, we got that one. I can close that one. Now we're here. We're going to go pick our folder again, Command C. I'm going to go back again, hit Command V. Okay, as you can see, he's pretty much all the same size, that's what happens when you're kind of like working with these equal size panels, which is good. All right, we don't need that one. All right, now this one here will be, let's see, Command C again. I'm going to go here. Okay, we got that one. All right, horse carriage. That's good. All right, so we're going to be moving all of these over to this particular file, and we'll get it together. We'll get it together. In fact, this one right here has to be Command C as well. Now we move that over here. This is the actual comic page. See what's happening there? All right, we'll get this right here, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this down to here so that it is actually, in fact, sort of I can kind of like move it into shape. Okay, there we go. So I like that. That's pretty good. And also I would add, sometimes when I do this stuff, the renders work better than the actual ink lines, because the renders go in, they kind of sit on top. So that's for this one. Let's see here, the other one here. I think I did all of them. I believe I did. Let's go double horse. So we good here with the double horse. We're going to close that. All right, I want this one here. All right, I'm going to take this one, Command C, Command V. All right, so we got that one. So we got fire read. That's good. Night troops. Okay, now here we need to save these and put these in the proper folder. Okay, good. All right, let's save this. All right, we're going to hit Command C. All right, and then we're going to put this guy here. All right, so that fits. You can see how these fit pretty good. Let's see. All right, night troops we don't need anymore. That's good. I'll close that one. Abe Lincoln. All right. Command C. And gonna go Command V. Okay, we got that. And then we got the one where these are just pages I have to update. Got the horse-drawn carriage. I think we need to get this one here. Command C. All right, Command V. Okay, there we go. So we're now, let's turn these off. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So I'm going to turn all these guys back on here. So that's 1 through 4 right there. Now I should have the ability to do the following. Should be able to mostly okay. I'm going to undo this right here. But what I will do is I'll go to a multiply here, And the reason why I did them, well, let's go to screen. All right, that's a little bit better. And the reason why I did this, let's turn these off. All right, there we go. All right, so what I'm doing here, this is the wilderness shot. All right, and we're gonna go to multiply. Yep. And then we're gonna pick these four again. And now what I can do is I can size these up and try our best to keep everything kind of uniform. All right, let's zoom in. There we go. All right, we need to, these are doubled up, so I'm going to hold this down. Okay, so I would say these are mostly in place. They don't need to be perfect, they just need to be close because there's going to be borders over this here. So we got this one kind of done. We're going to turn that one off. We're going to apply a transformation because they kind of pretty much here. All right, that's this one here. Okay, good. Go these two here. All right, let's go Command D. We're going to move these guys over here. And you will see what will happen there in just a moment. We'll move these to multiply the way they're supposed to be. There we go. All right, let's zoom in here. Okay, now, all right, I'll take this one here. There we go. And we'll just have to shift these just a little bit, but they are mostly in place now. Okay, that's good. I'm gonna go here. Okay, that's good there. This one here. Okay, that's good. Then we have this one here. which I think, okay, that's pretty much that I would say. All right, now we're going to take these four, I'm going to move them to normal. Okay, great. I think I can live with that. But we got to put our line artwork. If I go this one here, I set the normal. Oh, I see what's going on here. I see what's going on here. All right. Okay, good. Good there. All right. And what I'm doing here is I'm taking the line art, moving the line art up. Okay. We'll go here to multiply. We don't want it to be so harsh, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to reduce it down. See what's happening? When I reduce that down a little bit. We'll have to do a reboot eventually once I get these done, but I just need to get this stuff here out of the way, which I feel like I've kind of achieved. That go mostly, let's go here on that one. Yep, that's the one. That be's the one. That is a bit bothersome. So we can go here. All right, we need to go here and go to multiply. Yep. And we're going to just like that. So the line artwork shows through. Good. All right, and let's see here. Nope. Here. Nope. Oh, all right, we need to go here. We're going to reduce the I'm going to go here. I'm just going to reduce it just a little bit more right there. Okay, good. So I would call these images here largely done. I mean, I'll have to do something with borders and everything, but they are pretty much where they need to be. But in order to do that, I know they need to kind of fit here. See how those kind of shaky borders and stuff? So what I'm going to do here is we're going to go here. Nope. We can close that one. We don't really need that one anymore. There's one image missing out of here, and it's this one with the mom, which is pretty crazy. I don't have that one, but we'll find it. We'll find it because we always do find it. All right. All right. Okay, that's good. All right, we're going to take old Abe here. All right. All right. There we go. So that's pretty good. Yeah, I like that. All right, let's go here. And again, guys, I apologize about the kind of madness of the text stuff today. It's not my best moment, but it's okay. So all I'm doing here, and I don't need to be perfect matches. It needs to be good enough, close enough. go. All right, now we need to fire a guy here. Fire a guy. Matt. All right. Yeah, that's pretty good. Kind of sort of fit mostly. I can still move them around if I want. All right, now the only other thing that's kind of missing here is the image of the mother. That is not in place. This image here, once I get that, and I actually did paint that one. And that's, this is done. I just need to, again, get the framing and the borders right. This is done. And then put that in a PDF. We should be rocking and rolling. Should be rocking and rolling. Let me move this over here a little bit. Let's see what happens. Let's see, Black Prince. Right there. Here. There. Nah, not quite it. All right, let's go here. Let's see if we go here to File, Recent, Night Troops First Light, Horse Drawn. Yep. All right. Baby Still is the one I'm looking for, because he steals the baby. He steals the baby, man. Let's see. Let's go Recent. Let's see here. We can maybe find it. Wax, Baby Steel. Let's see here. Let's type in the word baby. Nope, that does not work. Not a worry. Close out of that. We're going to go back here. We're going to go to Black Prince. We'll see if I can find that Photoshop file here. Nope. Not there. There it is. Well, hang on. Oh, I think I might know what's going on here. All right, let's see if it's in here. Baby Steel. Battle Axe, Battle Axe, Battle Axe. Nope. All right, so let's take this here. We see it here. I'm going to double click on this. Okay, yes. All right, we're good. We're good. So what I need to do here is we're going to close that one. I'm going to go here. We're now going to drag and drop this right here. All right, there we go. Better. All right, so we're going to go here. Command C. We're going to go to our... All right, what is that? That is weird. Come on, baby. Yeah, this thing is bogging down the day. Probably should have rebooted. But anyway, it's okay. We're good here. So we're going to go right above that one. Whoops. Come on, really? Excuse me. I knew I had these images done. I just hadn't placed them in the page. But I'll get them out tonight because they need to be out with the correct border and all that stuff. But we'll get that done so that the letterer, Leo McGovern, will be able to do his thing. All right, let's go Command T. All right, good. Wow, look at that bog down. See that bog down? That cursor is really having some difficulties tonight. Go there. Come on. If it's anything, it's a life lesson that when things begin to fail you, you keep working anyway, because you don't really have much of a choice but to keep working. That's what you got to do. Keep working anyway. All right, let's go here. Look at that. But it might, although you keep working, what you also do is you make sure you reboot your system. How about that? All right, let's see here. All right, there we go. All right, I can live with that. All right, so we're going to hit save on this, and I'll go through and I'll get the borders and all that type of stuff together as we get on into it. Let's go here, tap up there a little bit. Yep. All right, there we go. All right. So with that, we streamed tonight for 4:46 minutes. Not a lot of time to stream, but we're having technical issues that are making it incredibly difficult to work today. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, I may even have on my vertical stuff here, it may be part of the interface that's over my face. It's so weird. Hey, we have some days we have no issues, then some days you have major issues. All right, that's what that should have been right there. Anyway, we're gonna call this one a day tonight because I think I need to move the hell on and stop screwing up. Anyway, you guys are awesome. Today is Thursday, December 4th, 8:33 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I might go again. I might go early. I keep saying I'm going to go early, but I don't. But it's because I got so much other stuff going on. I'm literally working on multiple projects at the same time. In fact, been asked maybe there's another project that might be coming on. And, with the economy the way it is, I don't know if I can necessarily say no. If I want to say no, we'll see. But it's an interesting time to be working. I'm very fortunate and blessed to be in demand. But we'll work it out the way it is. Just I'm getting a great deal of enjoyment out of all the projects I'm doing. High John Conqueror, obviously. Black Prince, obviously. I'm liking the kind of looseness of it. The Comet, which I got to make some major league progress on very soon. And we'll work our way through. Anyway, treat each other well. See you guys tomorrow. Take care. Peace.